Alright, before we get started, this is going to take a while. And you're probably wondering, is he actually going to edit the whole thing? No! Yes, I am. Toonie the Tiger. I don't know why I feel the need to like speak like this, like really get my shut up! Like I need to enunciate. Yeah, I'm gonna click on Clarabelle, of course I am. So why wouldn't I? I'm gonna see what Clarabelle has to say, even though I'm not gonna buy any of it. You know the shtick, we've done this literally 100 times. Literally. Like I can say that now. From the very first episode. Actually, I don't recall what episode I started telling Clarabelle to shut up. It might have been episode 2. I'm gonna have to look back at this now, aren't I? Bro, why have I made so many of these? And I had closed out of everything, not anticipating that I'd probably need ToonHQ to be able to get a field office group. So whoops. What's Toonie got to do today? Cogs anywhere, sellbots anywhere, sellbots anywhere, and cog field offices anywhere. So it looks like we're doing a cog field office. There are 0 groups for a cog field office. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Are there no cog field offices? Are they all gone? Do they not exist anymore? There's a group for like a building on Alto Avenue. Bro, I know that ain't no higher than 3 stories. Do you need a group for that? Don't tell me you need a group for that. Oh, I got a new delivery too. Oh, I totally forgot about that. That's half of the reason Clarabelle yells at you, is all like, hey, I can't fit any more junk in your mailbox. Pick it up. So, ooh, we got the 20 years of Toontown shirt. Nice. And the 20 years of Toontown shorts. Do we put them on? No. The answer's no. How long have I had a doodle named Fatty? Bro, whose doodle is this? Okay, honestly, that makes sense. Wait. I was onto something there. But how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Mega Snoop bringing you the Toonie the Tiger episode 100 special. And yeah, it took a while for me to get this out. I'm sorry. And like, it took long enough for me even to sit down and record this. And let me tell you why. Because I'm lazy. Okay, it's not just because of that. There's like a multitude of reasons. Number 1 is the environment I'm in. If you can't tell, this is a new setup. This is a new room. I've got the office back. If for some reason you're within the past like 2,000 subscribers that joined us in the last year, a lot of this may seem new to you if you didn't go back and watch older videos. And if you went back and watched older videos, you would understand that this is probably like the, 14th setup that I've had. There was a Toonie the Tiger episode where I was conscious of how many different setups I'd had, and at that point it was like 8 or 9. And then since then there's been like 4 more. So you really do get to see different snippets of my life in every single point of where I have been. And I guess we're running in. Nope, only when, okay, we're going. Let's go. Well, on the bright side, this is what you get for the next year because we have this space for at least the next year. Enjoy the next 4 episodes in this environment. I don't actually know if it's going to be 4 episodes. I want to do these more frequently. Again, the only reason I haven't is because I was saving up for this one, and I was only saving up for this one until I got into this space. And not only once I got into this space, but when I had time to record, because in order to make this a 1 hour long special, I need to be recording for at least that amount of time. And then there's all the cutting up that it takes. So really, it's more like 2 hours. Toonie doesn't have lure, so I guess it's very simple to figure out what he's doing. We're gonna go with that. And the lure missed. We're off to a great start, guys. It wouldn't be a Toonie the Tiger 1 hour special if I didn't start in pain. But not only did I need this space and I needed the time, I needed the space to be complete. There was like an empty area on this side of the room for a while that now has a desk and a little couch in it. And when I say a little couch, I do mean like an actual little couch. Like there it is. It's a little couch. You can fit like 1 person on it. Maybe 1.5 if you take the pillows off. It's really just 1. Let me use a gag. Hold on. What are we doing? I'm gonna drop over here now. We're utilizing drop. Like, you know, if I like go like this, I can like, this works. What are we doing? Attack different cogs. Why would we attack different cogs, broski? So now that the room is complete, and now that I've moved everything, and now that I have time, I can sit down and spend 2 hours recording this so I can chop it up into a 1 hour video, which will also take me a long time to edit. Quick, go, 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 go. Oh my goodness, the 9 didn't die. Why did we use 2 doodles and not enough throw power to kill the 9? I'm going insane over here. Toontown is gonna be the death of me. Okay, but the doodle kind of cute though. Look at him. They also chose the longest doodle tricks known to man. Who does roll over? I'm gonna do that. This one's for sure dead now. Don't worry about it. Never mind, we're using a clerk penny. What else are you saving them for, I guess, right? But let me tell you the story of trying to get everything over here in the first place, because I had roommates who were using this room and they were fine people. I love those people. I hope that they're doing well where they are now. But they started moving out on July 2nd. And as of today's date that I'm recording this, it has been 3 weeks on the dot. And if you take a look, and if you look, that giant bed frame in the middle there, that's theirs. They still haven't gotten it. It's been 3 weeks! I'm screaming for no reason, I'm sorry. Doodles? Is this a doodle fashion show? What group did I join? I thought I joined a Sellbot field office group, not another doodle training group. I already did a video on that. But they started moving everything on the 2nd, and then they didn't get everything, and they said, don't worry, we'll be back next weekend. So then it was like the 9th, and they moved a little bit more stuff out, and it was still like pretty full, to be honest. And I went, okay, let me help you. And then I moved all of their stuff out, except for the bed frame because it's heavy and I can't fit it through the door. And then I got on my hands and knees and shampooed the carpet, and then I cleaned the bathroom, which was incredibly disgusting, by the way. It smelled bad. There was like a black ring around the toilet. Like, I understand like a yellow ring, or brown ring, but like when it's black, how is there a black ring around your toilet? How have you never cleaned your toilet? I have like this OCD where I need to keep everything clean and tidy and orderly, which is what makes me both a terrific and a terrible roommate, because I will clean up everything, but I will point out what you did not clean up. I will see that one little piece of macaroni that you spilled from when you made macaroni and cheese an hour ago, and I'll clean it up, but you'll know that I saw it. So I spent about 4 hours just on cleaning for this room, and then I spent the remainder of that evening, which was like another 3 hours, and then the following day, which was like another 5 hours, just moving all of my stuff over, getting it all connected, getting it all set up, the computer set up, the video games, the stuff behind me that's up on all the walls and everything, the lights. Spent a lot of time getting this all put together just to make it kind of what my dream is. And it looks pretty. I love this. I love this room so much. I could live in this room. Matter of fact, I do live in this room. Actually, I live in that room, but it's close enough. It's the same, but different. But it was a lot of work that I put on myself just so I can have this space. And trust me, it was so worth it. Guys, if there's something out there that you desire, put the work in. For 2 reasons. Number 1, you're probably not going to get it if you're not going to put the work in. And number 2, putting the work in makes it feel so much better. If you ask somebody if they'd rather be given $10,000 or work for $10,000, many of them would want to work for $10,000 because they would feel like that they earned it. Maybe not work too much because, you know, work sucks. There's some people out there who don't like just getting handouts. They want to be able to feel like they earned what they got. And I worked really hard to get this space, and I'm going to continue working hard now that I have this space. Very ironic principle, because this used to be something that plagued content creators way back in the day, where they would work really hard to like join an org or a Call of Duty team or whatever happened to be, get that sponsorship that they always wanted, and then once they got it, they would just stop. They wouldn't make any more content. They wouldn't care to put any more effort in. They got to their goals, so they stopped, and they just lost motivation. It's so easy to have motivation when there's a goal out there for you to reach, whether it's Twitch partner or making money from YouTube or getting 1,000 subscribers. By the way, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers on my archive channel. If you want to go subscribe to that, that'd be great. Thank you. But once you hit that goal, you got to keep going. You can't fall into complacency. I got this space so that I could use it. I mean, it's a pretty space, right? Like, this is the space I always dreamed of having when I was like 12 years old. But now that I have it, I'm not gonna waste it. Bro, how do we not have like sound? That's like the one thing we don't have. That's crazy. So I spent a whole day just to set all this up, and then I wasn't done yet because I spent an entire additional day cleaning up the rest of the house. If you guys know my good man Smirky, love that guy. He's in the middle of doing this sponsored thing, competition, where he's trying to get sponsored by Hot Pockets. If for some reason I get this edited in time where I can get this uploaded before that runs out, you should vote for him. Editor's note, I did not get this edited in time. That ended so long ago. And if I don't, I'm sorry. Or if you're watching this in the future, it might have already happened and he might have already won like a year's supply of Hot Pockets and a mini fridge. But if you know him, if you know Smirky, he was streaming from like my dining room. And I felt really bad for the fact that I keep him in the dining room, but we really didn't have space. Recently, we had a few people move out of the house, created more space. We were able to get him a room. Not only did we get him a room, we gave him one of the larger rooms. He's got space. So I spent the majority of the following day helping him pack up all his stuff, get his computer all packed away, taking his desk upstairs, taking his chair upstairs, getting him all set up there, getting his stuff in there. And he was set up to stream by the following morning. This does 166. I don't trust that it'll kill the 12. I'm gonna kill the 10 at least. I realized it did 166. Toonie, you've been training without me? Crazy son of a gun. Love that guy. We got all Michael's stuff up there, cleaned out that area. We moved some of the stuff from the living room to the dining room, cleared out the living room. The living room looks beautiful now. The dining room looks beautiful now. Besides the giant pile of recycling that we have that can't be taken out until tomorrow. The kitchen is just spotless. Let me tell you, spotless. I went over that thing with a fine-tooth comb. Actually, it was with a sponge. I'm happy to make a fun, clean, happy environment for people to live in. And because of all that, I've been too busy to be able to record this until now. So here you go. Here it is. The Toonie the Tiger, episode 100. Song and dance. And I know this is just gonna take forever to edit. These used to only take me like 3 to 4 hours to edit because I was really lazy. And then I decided to start doing something called effort, and oh god, effort just ruined everything for me. Also, I'm realizing this isn't Corporate Clash, and this combination of trapdoor and double safe might not kill. Okay, that does kill. Never mind, we're good. I forgot how much damage everything does in this game. I've played way too much Corporate Clash. Like, way too much. TTR deserves some love, too. It does. Maybe not as much, but it does. I'm just waiting for the next big update. I know we all are. In the meantime, I've been trying to get drops on Corporate Clash. This is not what I was talking about. I was talking about something else. Editing. I was talking about how it would take me like 3 to 4 hours to edit this, and now because I put effort, it takes like 3 days. And now because this one is going to be 2 to 3 times longer than any of the others, it's going to take me like 2 weeks. Not that that math adds up, but because I will procrastinate more. I'm going to try really hard to not procrastinate. And I hope you guys are enjoying the video. So if you are, from this point, leave a like. It goes a long way. Something algorithm. Something TOONTOWN. I love TOONTOWN. All right. But we got a long way to go from here. So why don't I tell you guys some stories? You guys love stories, don't you? It's story time with Grandpa Eric. And I'll tell you what, if I go over the 1 hour mark with some of my stories, awesome. We don't have to worry about it. If I go under the 1 hour mark after I'm done editing everything, I'll probably just edit in half an hour of monkeys dancing, and you'll know that I'll have to have done that because you'll see it right here. Like to move it. Yeah, like to move it. Girls all over the world. If you're seeing this now and you didn't just see monkeys dancing, it's because I did a good job. And if you did see monkeys dancing, probably because monkeys dancing is really entertaining, guys. Maybe it was just a really good video and I wanted you guys to see it. All right. Move them body. And when you move your body, maybe we did hit the hour mark. I just really wanted to show you guys monkeys dancing because they're hilarious. But we got some stories, so kick back, relax, listen to some of these stories. And I don't know if I can say enjoy because, man, did I even enjoy them? Let me take this time though and tell you about one of the stories of me attempting to be an adult. We were in this transitional period of getting everybody in and out of the house, and I was kind of broke. I'm all right now, don't worry about it, but I was kind of broke. And so I was trying to figure out ways to get extra income. So I was looking into getting like a small job that would give me a little bit of extra money. I wanted to find something that I had my strengths in, so I was looking into marketing, social media, etc., some of which they are still interested in me. I have somebody who wants to talk to me on Tuesday for like this marketing gig at a spa, but one of the places pitched itself as direct marketing for nonprofits, which is essentially marketing for charities. And I've done my fair share of charity work. I do many stream events where I do stuff for charity. Most recently, I did one for Covenant House where we were playing Pokemon, and you guys could name the Pokemon by donating to charity, and the names that you would donate to charity with is what I would name the Pokemon. It was a really cool idea. We raised like $800. It was awesome. But they were pitching themselves as like a marketing firm for like charities. And I was like, I could do that, especially if they need a social media guy. I'm decent at social media. When I got there, turns out that's not what it was at all. Let me explain to you what it was. Do you ever go to a grocery store and then you're done at the grocery store, and on your way out, there's like the Girl Scout table out there trying to get you to buy cookies, and sometimes it's not Girl Scouts, sometimes it's like Jehovah's Witnesses, or hey, I don't know, sometimes charities. That's what this place was. They called it direct marketing. What it really was harassing people who walked out of Walmart and making them give to charity. And here's the dirty little secret that you didn't know about the people who are out there. Those people don't actually work for the charity. Those people work for a company that the charity paid to stand out there. And so yes, those people are getting paid, and they're getting paid per donation. So that's why they harass you so much. They are taught like psychological marketing tips, like how to catch your attention, how to get you to walk towards them, how to get you to keep listening, and then trying to manipulate you into not giving you an opportunity to say no until it's too late. It sounds scummy, but that's what direct marketing is. So for 2 days, because that's how long I was doing it until I realized, wow, this is really stupid, I stood outside a grocery store asking people if they wanted to give to charity. And it doesn't sound too bad because it's charity, right? I get the whole like charity market has this taboo about how they spend their money, because if they just give all the money that they earn to charity, they aren't going to necessarily get more people to hear about them to donate to charity, right? So if they take a sliver of their money and pay somebody to run a campaign for them, then they get even more money. In turn, that actually makes more money for the charity. It's a whole marketing thing. I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea about charities. Charities are really doing good out there, and it is absolutely normal for them to pay to get their name out there to allocate more money towards the charity. And it's totally normal for them to pay somebody to advertise for them so that they can get more donations to then go to the charity. But whoever these people were that were having to stand outside, I just feel like they just didn't know what they were doing. Because one of my first days out there, I was with like the boss, like the CEO of the company. That means no matter what position you have in the company, you are going out there and standing outside of a Kmart or something, even though Kmarts aren't real. They don't exist anymore. Kmarts aren't real, they can't hurt you. So even the CEO was going out there, and he brought me along because he saw potential in me and thought I was a prospect. And I'll tell you what, I asked him where we were going for the day, and you know what he told me? Big Lots. I was joking about the Kmart, right? But he was dead serious when he said we were going to a Big Lots. And if you don't know what a Big Lots is, exactly, who's going to Big Lots? If you do know what a Big Lots is, you know everybody that goes to Big Lots is like 80, and they do not get a lot of foot traffic. So like the marketer in me, the one who's been like practicing with social media marketing for the past few years now, I'm asking him all like, why Big Lots? And he's insistent. He's like, there's a lot of foot traffic there. I promise you can get a lot of people from Big Lots. And I was like, are you sure? It's a Big Lots. And I start asking him questions like, do you have anyone do market research? Do you have anyone who looks over your guys' numbers and sees like what places are more likely to donate to what charities, what parts of town are more likely to be able to bring in higher donations? Like there's this whole part of the business that they're just ignoring. And I found this out while we were there, that he decides where they go to stand by looking around and going, hey, you see that Ross over there? We should try that tomorrow. It literally came down to that. He would just pick places. I was like, this is insane. This guy's crazy. He was a nice guy, don't get me wrong, but did not understand marketing. But let me tell you what happened outside this Big Lots, all right? We go outside this Big Lots. We are standing in the sun, no shade, 100-degree weather for like 8 hours. And there's like barely anyone coming through because of course there isn't. Because it's a Big Lots. And we've been there for like 3 or 4 hours already, so it's time for our lunch break. And I'm going to use a Clerk Clara because I do not want to deal with any of this. And we go into his car so we could sit there and I can eat the sandwich that I prepared for myself. And while we're sitting in the car, somebody robbed the Big Lots. Because of course they did. It's a Big Lots. We're sitting in the car and this couple sprints out of the store with a cart full of stuff. The woman is jumping into the front seat and turning on the car as fast as possible. He's literally dumping stuff into their trunk, grabs an entire thing of toilet paper under his arm and like jumps in the front seat, and he's not even fully in closing the door before she's already speeding away. And we sat there and we watched it with sandwich in hand like, wow, that just happened. Because it's a big... And then we go back over to the table after that and we try to get a few more people to donate to charity. Woo. And like while we're there, my coworker, the other one I was there with, starts telling me about how she would regularly steal from Target. She's like, listen, I don't take things that I don't need, just like lip gloss and eyeshadow and foundation and everything in the makeup section. And listen, I do understand the importance of making yourself feel beautiful. But when I hear necessity, I'm thinking like toilet paper and food. Like my hair gel isn't a necessity. I understand that. I get that. But like she was just so very confident about how she just steals everything. And I was like, okay. Also, we completed that field office in like 25 minutes. That's insane. We're so... Round of applause, guys. Round of applause. And thus ended day 1, and I went home, and I realized I'd been gone 11 hours. That took 11 hours of my day. So I wake up and get ready for my next day. I get paired with a different person. I'm not with the big boss guy this time. We head over to his a CVS that didn't have a bathroom, so I had to stand in the sun for like 7 hours without the ability to use the restroom. And we were out there again asking people if they wanted to donate to some sort of charity dealing with kids with autism, I think. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember we had a whole pitch and I just couldn't be bothered. By the end of that day, I already knew I didn't want to go back. So at that point, I was just hanging out. But yeah, while we were there at the CVS, it just wouldn't be a CVS in downtown Las Vegas if there wasn't something crazy happening. And while one of my coworkers was trying to tell a nice lady about how we're helping kids with autism, a meth head came up and started just yelling at us about how we're not really helping kids with autism, because technically, you know, he was kind of right. Like, we didn't actually work for that charity. We worked for the charity. We didn't work at the charity. You know what I'm saying? But like, the meth head had that whole like thing about him, and then he comes up and he starts like trying to like grab at my coworker, and so I instinctively just kind of stood in between him, being like, dude, do not touch her. I will not let you touch her. He starts doing that like 5-year-old thing where he goes like this and he starts getting this close to her and he goes, I'm not touching her, I'm not touching her, I'm not touching her. I stand right there so he can't even like reach at her, and I'm like, dude, stop. And then that's all I said. And then I looked away from him, and he's like this close to my face, like, I'm not touching you, blah, 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 such a big man, aren't you? Blah, 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 blah. Did not give him the time of day after that. I just did not interact. They called the police, and I'm like, man, this sucks. This sucks real bad. How do people do this day in and day out? This sucks. And so after all of those stories, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, okay, if you needed the money, why don't you just stick it out? And here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. It's because they barely paid me. When I talked about like how they got paid per donation, they only get paid per donation. So if I wasn't swindling people and trying to manipulate them and giving to a charity that they've never heard of or could even trust, I wasn't gonna make money. For 11 hours of my day, I made $30. And it's legal because they make you sign a W-4, not a W-2, which means your work is compensated not per hour, and they can just get away with it. And so after working 2 11-hour days and looking at the absolute pitiful amount of money I was making from so much of my time, I literally make more from streaming in that time. I could stream 11 hours of my day. So that's what I did instead. I started the next day, I woke up and I started streaming at 9 a.m. And I've been streaming 6 to 7, sometimes even 8 hours a day, every single weekday ever since. Because the fact of the matter is, guys, even though I love what I do, it's still a job to me, and I still have to be able to keep a roof over my head. And if it's going to be a job and you have to make money from it, you have to put in the hours. You can't not put in 40 hours a week at streaming and video making and then expect to make more than you would if you put 40 hours a week at a typical job. So that's what I've been doing, and that's why you get this video now. Well, I was gonna make this video regardless, but I'm putting in extra effort for this video because I know it's worth it. So if you guys need a side gig or you need a way of making extra money, just verify the place first. That's all I'm saying. But do not sell yourself short and give 11 hours of your life for 30 bucks. And I'm falling asleep because I'm waiting for our next crack shot group to run this field office, because even after one field office, we are nowhere closer to getting any of this done. In hindsight, I really should not have referred to this next team as a crack shot group. I'm really hoping that after this, though, I can turn in this COG field office task and then just get stuff that lets me do like VPs or something. Nothing against field offices. I've just done a million field offices now, right? Like on Corporate Clash, I ran like 30 Rainmakers to get all the drops for Rainmaker, and that was a lot, but I guarantee by this point, I've probably run 100 field offices by now. And at least with like Corporate Clash managers, there's 16 of them that are different. 8 of them are actually good, so as opposed to a field office, which, you know, is literally just the same thing every single time. So it's cool the first time, and you know, maybe the second time and the third time. Why did I accept this person as a friend? I did that instinctively. Hold up, let me turn off let me turn off friends. Hold up, I'm not accepting new friends. This is the one. This is the Toonie the Tiger episode 100 special. Toonie has 9 friends now. Congratulations, Toonie, you've done it. Let's go. Anyway, know your worth, guys. That was the point of the story. Deleting that off my spreadsheet now so I don't talk about it again. Also, G Fuel code Mega Snoop. This is a really good flavor. This is blueberry muffins. You can only find it at Sheets. And there are no Sheets in Las Vegas. They're only in like Ohio and Pennsylvania. It's awful how far away it is for such a good flavor. This was sent to me by my guy Chris because I asked him really nicely. Also, Chris just gives me free G Fuel because he works for G Fuel. He's my partner representative. That's what he does. Shout out my boy Chris. I love you, Chris. I don't think he watches all my videos. He's got a lot of people he's got to keep up with. I love you, Chris. My friend Josh is actually on the East Coast right now because he took a road trip. What are we doing? Why did we all trunk? What's going on? What was the thought process there, guys? Wait, hold up. So with my friend Josh being on the East Coast now, he told me he'd pick up more of these for me. And I'm gonna have even more than I do now. And I anticipate running out of them very quickly because it's a very delicious flavor. All right, so what, we just do that again? We just do that again, I guess. Are we not doing this again? Bro, you're asking about my music recommendations. The only sound I want to hear is the trunk coming out of your tune. I'm hitting foghorn, hoping for the best. I walked away to blow my nose and I only heard one foghorn. I'm very disappointed. I'm going to die. These people are just talking about K-pop. Who am I with? What's going on? We don't have tune-up, guys. Honestly, I'm so glad Corporate Clash took out Doodles. They're the most annoying, stupid things I've ever seen. Look at how stupid it is. I don't actually hate Doodles. I just really think they need to be reworked. I have a very analytical brain. I like things to have a purpose. And if the purpose is fun, that's great. But Doodles aren't fun. They're not. Hold up, I'm hitting this tune-up. I have 1 Madam Chuckles. I now have 0 Madam Chuckles. Bro, this is my last tune-up. Do I even have Unites? I got a 50 tune-up. These people are just talking about music, and they're like, K-pop. Bro, you know what music is a banger? TOONTOWN music. Check it, bros. Yo, how come we have a skip button for this, but like nothing else in this game? Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm using a Unite on myself. I don't care. I hate these people. They wanted a 4 trunk on 12s. I'm sorry for screaming. But like, how is there not skip buttons for anything else in this game? They're like, yeah, if you know how to play, you can skip past that. However, you need to care about how much experience you got from whatever the thing is that you just did. And you need to watch everybody else's experience go up too, because you need to share in that moment or something. I don't know, man. But in case you guys missed it, I had a birthday recently. I guess it's the one other piece of content I've made so far that has this background to kind of show that I've even moved or done anything. It was just a short showing some of the clips of what happened on my birthday, and it was a good time. But also, I'm old now, but it was a good time. And every year that I get older, it reminds me that you're not too old to play TOONTOWN, because if the nice lady from 2016 who was like 70 years old could play TOONTOWN and stream it, then why can't I, right? But truthfully, if you want to know the god honest fact, most of the people that I've met playing TOONTOWN are like in their 20s and they still play it. There are some people younger than 20 who play TOONTOWN, of course, but like a majority of the ones I've seen are like between 18 and 26. And so if you're between 18 and 26, just know a majority of the people around you are also between 18 and 26. Hold on, did we get lure? Would it even matter if we got lure? You don't even have lure! What about you? Do you have lure? You have lure. I guess we're 4 trunking again. Oh. Bros, guys, this is so painful. I'm gonna ask, hey guys, why don't we use some foghorns? What are we saving them for, guys? No answer. Everybody's looking at me like I'm stupid. No, let's just all take hits and risk death. I would actually be dead right now if I didn't pop that unit, by the way. It's better than risking death. I can't believe it. I literally, I'm dumbfounded, bro. I'm dumbfounded, broski. I would have died. I played a field office the other day where 2 people died. I wonder why. You walk into the floor and you're like, let's use trunks. I'm using a lure SOS. Oh, we actually have hypno goggles. Never mind. All right. What is this? I'm so sad. Somebody help me. I'm in eternal torment. Thank you for lure. We've had lure. That's the crazy thing. We've had lure. And these people chose 3 trunks instead of lure. I'm so dumbfounded. So we've had lure and we chose to trunk instead. I need to know. Everybody's sitting there with their like red health bars. Question mark? Oh, this is awful. I'm going insane. I don't even have tune-up I can use. I'm out of tune-up. I have no unites. I used my last SOS. I'm just gonna not think about it. If I die, I die. My game got stuck. Likely story. Is this what you all deal with whenever you do like field offices? Is this normal? Is this what you guys all do? Because if so, I'm so sorry. Pass and tune-up. I guess jump it is. Ayo, Puff can jump. Go Puff. You got it. Let's go. Alfalfa sucks. Alfalfa's a bad doodle. You should sell your doodle. Okay, that one can jump too. Good job. Good jump. Good jump. Man said Yahoo like it's his favorite search engine. How did we bring a 137 that literally you are 137 and you're playing like this? I'm just I'm getting whiplash. I'm pulling out a whole healing remote, dude. All right, since this is nonsense, let me tell you another story, all right? So for a while, in order for me to do a lot of my content, whether it's on TOONTOWN or even something like Fortnite, I got accustomed to doing everything myself, which means my thumbnails are all made by me. There was like one thumbnail recently that wasn't made by me, and that's because I paid for it, and I don't have money to pay for every single thumbnail. So just about every single thumbnail is made by me. There was a point in time during Fortnite where I loved Fortnite so much that I would go around all the different parts of the map in like a theater mode when I'm by myself and like take screenshots of all the different sections just to have them for thumbnails and wallpaper backgrounds and anything else that I might have needed them for. And as of right now, I've also done that for TOONTOWN Corporate Clash. Like maybe I don't have a screenshot for every single location, but I have quite a bit. I'm showing some here on the side right now if you're curious. I use all of these for backgrounds in my streams, thumbnails for YouTube. Maybe I use it for little art pieces and memes, and I'd like to extend them to you guys. Matter of fact, I already have. If you're part of my Discord, you should join. There's the link in the description. I put them in the arts and photos section under the pin tab. So you just go to the Discord, you click on arts and photos, you click on pinned, and it'll be on there. And you can download all of them. I'm offering them to you guys because I know a lot of people could get some good use from this. It's not hard to go through every single playground and take screenshots. I don't think I'm like some sort of artiste for doing so, but I do understand that it's a lot of work. I spent like 2 hours trying to get all the right angles and all the different spots, making sure I covered every single playground and every single section that I could. And so if you guys would like to use them for your own thumbnails, your own backgrounds, your own art, feel free. They're all yours, guys. I'm also gonna see if I can get like a Dropbox for them and put them on Twitter as well so people on Twitter can see that. But what's mine is yours, except for my house. This is my house. This is my room. You can't come in here. Even if there's a couch and a TV for you to sit and play video, that's mine. My tiny couch that can barely fit me. It's an aesthetic, guys. Come on, you know? I could have done some for TTR that maybe had like some backgrounds of like field offices and such, but to be fair, there wasn't too many things in TTR that weren't already in TTCC, and then TTCC has even some extra spaces too. So TTCC just seemed like the easier choice to get all the screenshots from. Also, when you're in first person in TTCC, you can still like angle your camera, so that was really helpful as well. And we're just about done with this floor. Thank God, bro. I'm like dying out here, dude. I'm dying so bad. If any of these dudes end up dying trying to get more jokes, I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna cry. Did I mention this is a 1-star field office, by the way? A 137 laugher almost died in a 1-star field office. Let that sink in. No, guys, really, let that sink in. It's really hot out and he's gonna melt. But while I'm waiting for them to grab jokes, because there's only 30 seconds left, let me tell you a couple more stories, all right? There was this like party, and by party, I mean more like get together where a bunch of people sit down and talk and watch Mario Kart, that was thrown by Twitch down at the esports arena at the Las Vegas Strip not too long ago. And we decided to make a little boys' night with the guys. We took one vehicle, got everybody shoved in there, drove down to the Luxor, got valet because Alex has a special card that gives him free valet, and we head into the esports arena. And what was kind of funny is that they had these bags that were for everybody who attended. However, they had special bags for like partners. But the way that their system worked is that you couldn't just give them your name and they would look up to see if you were a partner or not. So their system there was just to look up who had like their ticket or not, and then which bag they would get. They deciphered if you were a partner or not, because if you were a partner, they would send the invite link to your partner email, and if you were not a partner, they would have somebody else send a link to you. So like the partner email got a certain link and the non-partner email got a certain link to RSVP. Enter my roommate Noah, who is not technically a Twitch partner, but wanted to go to the shindig. And me, not knowing how the system works, sent him the link that I was given because, oh, he wanted to RSVP. I've got a link to RSVP right here. I sent him the link to RSVP. And the link to RSVP wasn't like unique. It was one link that every partner got, and I didn't realize it was different from the link that non-partners got. So I sent that to him. Now we fast forward to when we actually get there. I got a partner wristband. Michael got a partner wristband. And then Noah got a partner wristband, and we went, huh? Oh yeah, Mr. Partnered Streamer Noah. Yes, I know him. And what you gotta understand about Twitch is that they're not necessarily the best at giving their partners benefits. They still haven't given us a 70-30 split. Well, at least they pretended to. They tried, but in reality they didn't. But what they will do for their partners is give them little hookups at these little shindigs. So at this like meet and greet thing down at the Las Vegas Strip, if you were a partner partner and you had a partner wristband, you got free drinks. Whereas everybody else got one free drink ticket and then had to pay if they wanted more. So Noah being all like, well, tonight I'm a partner, may have had like 4 or 5 drinks. I don't know. They also had like free food, but like they didn't bring enough free food for everybody, which was so weird. They had like 200 people in attendance and then got like 2 pizzas. Like, where's the math on that? They had like a bucket of French fries, maybe like 24 hot wings, and then there was like nachos that you had to like spoon out, but because all the toppings were on top, the first like 3 people would get all the toppings, then everyone else would just get like chips. Like, how do you not know how to get food for people? Like, it's so easy. You just get food for enough people. So after we took some food and the people behind us did not, it turns out Michael knew somebody, because Michael knows everybody. Michael knew somebody that allowed him to get into the VIP section. And when I say VIP section, it was meant to be a VIP section, but they had like nobody who would stop you from walking in. So if you just pretended like you belonged, you probably could have just walked into the VIP section as well. Because that's what we did. Michael's like, I belong here. And then I was like, I'm with him. And then we had like 4 other people with us. Noah and Alex and Josh and Tanis were there. And we all just kind of walked in. And in the VIP section, they had plenty enough food, because in the VIP section, there was maybe 10 people there plus us. And they had enough food for like 20 people. And they had chicken tenders. Oh, and the chicken tenders were so good. And I got really fat that night. I ate way too much. Which reminds me, I've been meaning to exercise more, but it's 116 degrees out. So I need to hook up my VR again now that I have space to be able to play VR again. I don't want to get fat again, guys. I can't go back. And also because it was in the HyperX esports arena, they had like these VIP areas where you could go in and just use their computers. You could go in and like play Valorant, or you could play, I don't know, Wizard 101 if you wanted. I think Alex actually got Wizard 101 and TOONTOWN Corporate Clash working on those computers, which I think was hilarious. I went on and started playing Valorant with my friend Josh, and we just screamed at random people because the headset mics sounded terrible. So it was quite the joy and the treat to be able to just run rampant in the esports arena like we own the place. And then we were there for a few hours and decided just to leave because, I don't know, those places aren't really for me. You go to those places to like mingle, get to know people, and be like, oh, you're a Twitch partner, I'm a Twitch partner. Let's follow each other. Let's give each other raids and grow our communities, even though that's not how you grow a community, because all you get is AFK raiders in your chat to give you an inflated number and make it seem like you're more popular than you really are. I hate that that's true, but it is. You want to know how to genuinely grow, and by genuinely grow, I mean at least have fun with Twitch? Make real friendships. The people that I consider friends on Twitch are not just people that I watch sometimes and then raid and then they raid me. They are people I talk to. They are people I hang out with. They are people that I message outside of just talking in their chat once in a while. And I think that's what's really important. There are way too many like artificial friendships on the internet where people just kind of use each other for like clout. And it's really gross. It's something that I can never get into. And I'm gonna be honest, it hinders my growth. It does. It keeps me from being able to be seen outside of the TOONTOWN community. It keeps me from getting maybe some partnerships or sponsorships, but I would much rather do it this way than be artificial. And I've completed the cog parts. I think it didn't tell me that I did, but I'm assuming that I did. And I'm surprised we even lived this field office. Truth be told, it really shouldn't have been that bad. Also, truth be told, I was kind of not really as upset as I seemed. As much as I'm talking about being artificial right now. I think there's a difference between putting on a show and being artificial. You know what I'm saying? I'll do the whole song and dance here like da-da-da-da-da, I can't believe it missed. But I'm definitely not going to fake friendships for clout. I can't do that. I'm sure some of them don't even understand that they're faking friendships, but when it comes down to it and you ask people like, hey, do you actually know that person? Have you talked to them? Have you hung out outside of you rating them and them rating you? And then they go, well, no. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a friendship. Maybe they're just a colleague. I don't know. I hate the idea of using people though. It disgusts me. I can't do it. Yo, 69?
Nice.
All right, Toonie, I know you're still bleeding, but let's go turn in this task real quick. AFK closing window, storm. Thanks for announcing that to the whole world. I hope that you're okay. Hope the storm isn't too bad there, buddy. All right, where is this place? Cast Iron Kite's probably not too far down. God, you move so slow in this game. Bro, Toonie, you need to hit like the track or something. Get your speed up, bro. Wear some Nikes, run a little faster. Blah, 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 blah. And we go to Frank's Pranks. All right. I love Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I'm the trash man.
You know the one, Danny DeVito, the one that's gonna be in the new Haunted Mansion. Anyone else gonna see that? It might actually be out by the time I'm finishing editing this and uploading it. I know the Haunted Mansion doesn't even look good. I just want to see it anyway because I think it would be stupid funny. I mean, to be fair, every single Disney movie is like made the exact same way now, and you can tell if it's a Disney movie, whether it's a Marvel movie, a Star Wars movie, a Disney animated movie, like a Pixar movie. They all have the same tone. They all have the same type of humor. They're all edited the same way. They're all directed the same way. Like, you could just like watch a clip from it and be like, oh yeah, that's a Disney movie, because only Disney would make those types of jokes. That's why I'm kind of thankful to watch other movies from other genres. What is this? Lobots? Gross. Like, I watched the Barbie movie recently, and they made it very clear that was not a Disney movie. It definitely had a much different tone. It had its humor, don't get me wrong, but it would make jokes and say things and have certain themes that were just not Disney-like. And it's like, you know, you get caught in like the Disney trap of only seeing Disney things, and you kind of forget that there's other movies out there with other ideas. And now Toonie's gonna go do a VP. Let's go, Toonie. Bro, Toonie's already a moving shaker? When did that happen? Toonie, when did you get to be a level 7 moving shaker? I mean, it has been 100 episodes, I guess. That makes sense. Are we going? Is everybody going? Are we good? This is the game where you walk in and it just drags everyone in with you, right? That's how that works. In Corporate Clash, everybody has to run in individually, but I think in this game, if you're just part of the group, it just sucks you in. It just goes, do it, suck me in, suck me into the elevator. I'm ready for it, suck me in. It's not letting him. It literally like stopped him. Something happened. Something's wrong. Oh, preparing to board. Okay, it doesn't suck you in anymore. What's the matter? He's chickening out. He's getting scared. Preparing to board again. Oh, there we go. Now we've been sucked in. Let's go. Huge. But it's VP time, which means it's time for another story. So let me tell you a story about the most depressed GameStop worker I've ever seen in my life, which actually tracks. Remember when you were a kid and you wanted to work at GameStop because you're like, I would love to work at GameStop. Yeah, because video games. I love video games. And then you hear from all those YouTube videos that are all like, working at GameStop sucked because they would barely schedule you, and when they did schedule you, there was such pressure to be able to sell like pro subscriptions and like, I don't know, what was it, the thing, the extra $5 on a video game to protect it in case something happened to it? Like, oh, if your video game scratches, we can replace it, but only sometimes because we're really inconsistent about that. I was like, huh? So truth be told, actually, people who work at GameStop generally hate working at GameStop, unless they're like a manager. Then they love working at GameStop because they actually get paid salary and benefits. Everybody else I know that's worked for GameStop just hated GameStop. I was at a GameStop and the GameStop employee told me she hated it. It was awesome. But we're actually talking about a different employee this time. So what happened is that Carly had a Switch Lite, and then she got a new Switch because my friend Alex got her one. Shout out my boy Alex. Very generous guy. Love that dude. With her having a new Switch, a full docked Switch, she no longer needed the Switch Lite. And so she went, here you go, Aaron. You can go trade that in and use the money on something. And I went, bet. So me and Josh took the Switch Lite and the extra copy of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that I had, because I guess I had that. It was like a mystery gift from last year's birthday, but I already had the game digitally, so it didn't really matter. Anyway, I digress. We took those into GameStop to trade them in, and I'm actually like surprised at like GameStop's trade-in deals. Everyone always says that they're trash, but I always tend to get like an okay deal out of it. Last time I went, I just took a handful of games and got like $200 from it. People are really giving GameStop like a bad rap, because of course they can't give you like face value for those things. They have to be able to make a profit by reselling it, and there's no guarantee they're going to be able to resell it. So of course your Nintendo Wii game that nobody's ever heard of from 2010, they're only going to give you $2 for, because they're only going to be able to resell it for $4, and that's not even guaranteed, because nobody's going to buy that. Nobody's going to go through GameStop and be like, oh, and a Nintendo Wii game from 2010 called Minions Reloaded. They're not going to make a profit on that. They just gave away $2. For all of you who think that you can make more money on eBay, do it. Do it, guys. Do it. Do it! Anyway, I digress. So we take the Switch Lite in, and we're given like $100 store credit for it. And the guy that was working there the whole time had this whole like tone to him. Beep. Beep. Do you want to put that towards a pre-order today? Pro membership gift card? Okay. Can I get your pro membership phone number? Uh-huh. Either he hated his life or he was high at work, or maybe both. Honestly, one usually leads to the other. I'm not gonna tell you which way though. Maybe both ways, I don't know. But this guy, like, I can't imagine how he got a job at GameStop in the first place. Could you imagine going into your interview being like that? Hey there, why would you like to work at GameStop? You know, I like video games. Also, my mom tells me I need to get a job. You're hired! Like, broski? Like, everything the dude said was monotone and I couldn't hear him. Every 3 seconds he was trying to get me to spend the $100 of credit on something else, but I already had in my mind what I wanted to spend it on, and that was $100 in PlayStation gift cards. This is what I do. I just turn in physical games and then I get like the digital gift card and then I go and buy other games digitally. I love my digital games. I love having a whole library that I don't have to clutter my room with. Why isn't the round ended? What happened? Did somebody die? Oh no? Yeah, what's going on? Wow. Somebody crashed probably. Growl. Me too, dude. I feel the same way. So it was so funny, like as he's scanning things or waiting in line, he's like, so you want to like put a pre-order on Spider-Man 2? And I was like, yes, but not here. So I took the $100 of PlayStation gift cards, brought it home, and I've used that to pre-order Spider-Man 2. So now I'm getting Spider-Man 2. If I had a hammer, bro, now he's just being aggressive. What's going on? And then I used the remainder to pre-order Assassin's Creed as well. There's a new Assassin's Creed coming out in October. The new Spider-Man comes out in October. And man, October is going to be like a lit month, dudes. Oh, I can't wait until October. It's going to be awesome. And Halloween. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. Oh, look at that. Maybe I'm cold. We do pump the AC up here really, really, really cold. But I don't know, man. The whole like idea of when you work a place, you can't just have fun with your work. You have to be able to sell, sell, sell. And it's just a mindset of something you don't want to sell. It's something you don't believe in selling. And you know it's something that the consumer doesn't want. Oh, the person finally crashed. We're good. They're gone. So when it comes down to it, even when it comes to like sponsorships and stuff that I take, I'm not going to try to pitch you a product that I don't think you guys would like or want. So the only like partnerships and sponsorships I take are generally things that I like. For instance, G Fuel Energy. This is delicious, by the way. And they have caffeine-free alternatives too, which are still delicious. I have the Spider-Man one that's like caffeine-free and it's still good. And it tastes exactly the same as the caffeinated one. But I digress. But I mentioned earlier that we went to see Barbie. Barbie was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out Barbie. Wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen. Definitely wasn't a Disney movie. It was like oddly meta for like no reason. And now I think this rabbit is just gone. Nope, the rabbit is passed. Okay, rabbit. Honestly though, with Barbie, Ryan Gosling stole the show. As much as Margot Robbie is like a beautiful woman and a great actress, Ryan Gosling was like the best part of that movie. He just did Ken so stupidly. It was so funny. And I know a lot of people were doing like the Barbie Oppenheimer like back to back. People being all like, that movie changed my life forever. It was inspiring. It was really gritty. And I'll never look at the US the same way again. And now it's time to see Oppenheimer. Also, the strategies are not working here because one of them caked the right one and one of them stormed the left one, and the left one isn't gonna die because it's not lured. So I had to choose one to piggyback. And guys, why do people play like this? There's just obviously better gag choices. Yeah, after Barbie, we went to TGIF's, which it's a TGIF, so of course it was pretty mid. It was also like almost midnight. There's only like 2 people working there. Bro, the silly meter reached the top. I just don't care. I'm sorry. I just don't. I could not care less about Speedy Garden Growth. Yay! It took about an hour for our food to come out, and once it did, not everybody's food came out. It was like everybody but me. And by the time that I'd gotten my food, everyone else was done eating. So I got to wait extra long. However, they were like, hey, to compensate you, we made you a free little salad. So I got a little salad out of it. Actually, the second round wasn't too bad, to be honest. But what happened after that was kind of dope because we went to a specific casino that's down in downtown Las Vegas called Circa. I think it's one of the cooler, better casinos in Las Vegas, even though it's not even on the strip. Look, there's Toonie. Look at him go. Yay! And I'm sure it was probably something to do with marketing where they had like a deal with Barbie to help promote the Barbie movie, but they Barbied the heck out of that casino. The CEO like dressed up all in pink. They put the Barbie logo everywhere. How does nobody know how to stun? Guys, what's going on? I think everyone forgot how to play Toontown. Oh my goodness. Everyone forgot how to play Toontown. I turned on sticky keys. I'm turning off sticky keys. Hold on. Okay, I've done it. I've turned off the ability for sticky keys to pop up every single time that I hit shift a million times. So this casino was all decked out in pink. It looked wonderful. And not only that, they had a special going on that if you went up to one of the bartenders and you showed them your Barbie tickets, they would give you a free shot. How come when the back opens, that's when he decides to attack me? I feel personally attacked. So naturally, the 5 of us went up to the bartender and we got 5 shots. Although Alex doesn't drink, so I took his. I got like 2 people back here just like spamming this. Like what are you doing? Bro, stop. Bro, stop it. You guys haven't stunned him once. Stop. I guess I'll get front stun. I think the whole server is lagging. Something's going on. Something quirky is going on. So I had like 2 double shots that night, and I don't usually drink, but I did that night, and I got really dizzy, and we didn't get home until 3 a.m., and I just passed out. I was not having any of it. I just passed out. So worth it. Broski, can we learn to like backstun? Oh my goodness, I did it. Look how easily I did it. We've got 3 people in the back, and I ran up, and I did it, and then he got stunned. Oh look, I just did it again. Holy cow. Why do we have 4 people in the back? Why is he not moving? I've pretty much gone through it all today so far, haven't I? Done a field office where everybody almost died, which is crazy to me. And now I've done a VP where somebody disconnects, and we have like 4 people back stunning, when clearly none of them actually know how to back stun. I guess I'll go to the front, because he keeps targeting me for some reason. And don't worry, because these guys back here definitely know how to back stun. How did that not hit? I'm so confused. How's that back stun going? And you get that? Did you get that one? Wait, what are you running to the front for? Where are you going? Get back there. Go back stun. You're so good at it. Okay, now nobody's in the back. Should I go to the back now? Is that what's going on? I'm just gonna keep sitting in front. I don't trust any of these people to stun. I wonder how they would actually finish this VP if I wasn't here. Is this just the state of Toontown rewritten? Can somebody help me out here? I am like playing on the middle of a Sunday afternoon. So this is like your general player base. Like I just ran into the VP. You just did it again. You blocked my pie. What are you doing? Guys, what happened to the state of TTR? I'm shocked. Bro, do I need to come back to TTR and teach everyone how to play the game again? I made videos about this like 7 years ago. I keep getting hit the moment he opens the front. I don't know, man. Stop! Stop! Hit somebody else. Also, please open the front. You've opened the back 6 times in a row. Thank you. How did the stun not go through? Game's broken. He's opened the back again. Stop aiming at me. You're stupid and stinky. He opened the back again. This game sucks. I'm sorry. Why hasn't TTR fixed this? Corporate Clash fixed this. They literally have it programmed where like when he gets to a certain point and you can no longer reach the back, it is impossible for him to open the back. Like he can only open it from the front. So that this doesn't happen. I'm so done with this. This is the new hour-long special. It's an hour long of me watching him open the back over and over again as nobody can get to the back. This is fixable. You can fix this. It's a fixable problem. It's called modern game design. We still didn't win. Oh, look, he opened the back again. I'm gonna cry. I'm the only one here who can actually stun. Wait, what? How is that not going through? I'm having a problem. Guys, I'm having a problem. I've like physically stunned him like 6 times and it's not going through. I'm so confused. The game is broken. We're really getting all the issues here today, aren't we? This really truly is the Toontown written experience. This is gonna be the whole hour. The whole hour is waiting for this VP to end. I'm stuck in limbo. This is what hell is. You pay for your sins by spending an eternity where you're just like, you got the VP right at the edge, but you can't win because he never opens the front. And by the time he does open the front, you hit him only far enough back where he doesn't fall off the edge, and you got to hit him one more time. Over and over and over and over again. That was awful. I'm never doing another VP in my life. That was terrible. But yay, we did it. I don't want every episode of Toonie the Tiger for me to be frustrated at this game, but like, bro. Alright, Toonie, that's it. You're grounded from doing VPs. Go do literally anything else with your life, please. You finished one of your tasks. Let's go figure out something else for you to do. I'd have you like solo buildings to get law bots, but the problem is you don't have lure, so like soloing buildings is like impossible for you unless you just want to go in and take a lot of hits and potentially die in like a 2-story building. Toonie, why did I ever not give you lure? Pretty sure it was a coin flip. Pretty sure a coin flip decided my fate, which is why I'm in this exact point right here, right now, where Toonie doesn't have lure and I'm crying. The trap is almost max. That's pretty neat. Also, there's no client side NPC, so I have to fight over getting one of these clerks. Mine. All right, Toonie, let's go turn into task for you. I do not have teleport access. That's right. Tony, I guess we're running. But I'm jumping back and forth between topics again. First I was talking about movies, then I was talking about PlayStation games, then I was talking about movies. Now I'm going to talk about PlayStation games again because I saw something that came out that just looks absolutely gorgeous and I need it. So as Sony has done in the past, usually whenever there's a big game release, they release a console along with it, where the console has a very sleek design that has to do with the game. There was like the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 and the God of War PlayStation 4, and all of those were beautiful. But now with PlayStation 5, they've like not really done that. They have like these covers where you can get like a blue cover or like a pink cover, or I don't know, another color. Also, is my game crashing? Okay, never mind. They have like one cover that isn't just a plain color and an actual design, and it's the LeBron James cover. And I'm like, huh? So thankfully, with the release of Spider-Man 2, they've created a new Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 5. And what's even more beautiful about it is that you don't have to spend like $500 on a brand new console. You can instead just buy the covers. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I just go buy the covers. And then I realized that the covers are still like $70. And I'm like, no. Alright, I said those 20 minglers. Why not? That's not too bad, probably. But also I need Lobots, and there's like a couple Lobot invasions, so like, bet. They got this new like Spider-Man PlayStation controller. They all just look so neat and slick, and I love them, and I want to hold them close to me, even though I already have 4 PlayStation 5 controllers. I at least want the things that go on the outside of my PlayStation, because you can just buy the covers and pop off the old covers, put on the new covers, and you're good to go. That sounds like a good idea to me. So now I have something new to save up for, even though I have 1,000,005 other things to save up for, but that's gonna be one of them. I also need to save up for like Packers tickets because they're gonna be playing here in Las Vegas. But money, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure it all out. I'm gonna work extra hard, and I got some things cooking. There's a bright future ahead of us, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. And I'm already running out of things to talk about. Usually I can sit down and just talk for an hour straight. However, that's usually because I can breathe in between talking for an hour straight. So talking for an hour straight is actually talking for like half an hour, but with like in the middle. But because I'm cutting this all up, I need to like make sure that everything that I say and everything that I do all crunched together will equal an hour. And so at this point, I'm just making stuff up. Talk about how my grass is dying. It's so hot out here. It's been 110 plus for like the past week. And I do mean 110 plus. Today, it was 116. It might be right now, actually. It's only like 2:30 p.m. So it's probably like 116 out right now. And I don't want to go outside. And I really need to go outside because I need to do things like get a haircut because my hair's getting a little long. I also need to re-dye it, but I don't want to do that until after I get the haircut. Can't get the haircut until I can walk outside without bursting into flames. It's usually a good point to make is like, I'd rather not die just trying to get to check my mail. Like a week and a half ago, I went grocery shopping to like stock up on everything I needed, and I am now out of corn dogs and pizza rolls, so my days are numbered. I think I still have cereal in there. Cereal actually sounds pretty good. Otherwise, I've been living off of G Fuel, which I have shouted out now for the 3rd time this episode because it's an hour-long episode, so I gotta get my time's worth. But I genuinely think I'm in a good place. I'm in a good house with some good people. Everybody has their own space now. Everybody's actually working together to try to uplift each other instead of bring each other down, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Some of these guys just need some time. I've definitely needed some time myself, so I wasn't always in a good place, and I'm sure that's been reflected in the past, but I feel better about where I am now. And there's just a lot of really exciting things to look forward to. New video games coming out, TwitchCon's happening, football's starting up. I've been getting really into watching competitive Call of Duty again and keeping up with the teams. Of course there's negatives. There's negatives in everybody's lives, but that's to be expected because life has its negatives. Doesn't mean we have to dwell on them though. And a lot of the stories that I tell here on Toonie the Tiger generally have like negative tones because those are the interesting ones. I could tell you guys stories about how I wake up and then I go to the park and I get my exercise and I feel really good, and then I come home and I shower and I make myself some breakfast, and then I come upstairs and I do my daily stream where I play some TOONTOWN, get some drops from managers on Corporate Clash, and then maybe I swap over and play some Minecraft with my friends. And then I end my stream, spend some time with my girlfriend. We've been watching Gravity Falls lately. We're almost to the end of the series. She's been really enjoying it. And after that, I spend some time with the guys here while I clean up the house, make sure it's all tidy. Sit in the living room, we'll play some video games, chat for a bit, make some jokes, get something to eat, come back upstairs, watch a little bit of TV, go to bed, wake up the next day, do it all over again. It's not nearly as interesting of a story, but that's my usual day to to day, and I wouldn't trade it for the world because I genuinely love it every single day. But you know, other stuff happens too. Sometimes quirky, sometimes interesting, sometimes bad. I think the only thing that's going to be different about today is, well, today is Sunday, so I didn't do a stream. I just kind of woke up and I played some video games, and now I'm recording this after I ate, and I think I'm going to spend the evening putting up lights in the main room here. So I'm really excited about that because I get to layer the whole room with lights, just like the ones that I got up and around this room. I think social media has really twisted our minds about how we perceive other people's lives though. You go on social media and the only thing you're going to see is people posting about their highs and their lows. You either see somebody who's really excited because a big thing is happening, which is great, which tends to make us feel less good about the not great things happening in our lives, or even the lack of anything happening in our lives. Or we see people who are complaining about something when something isn't going right, or when there's a big decision that's made that affects a lot of people, and it's just something to get angry about. And that's generally what we're spoon-fed, when in reality, a lot of our days are just normal. Right in the middle there. Nothing too exciting, but nothing horrible. We're just kind of living mediumly. I think there is beauty in contentment. I think if your everyday life you don't have any qualms with, I think if your everyday life there's nothing really bad happening, that truly is enough to be good. Because there's a lot of people who already deal with too many bad things happening. I hear stories of people telling me about their day-to-days, all of the terrible things that happen, and the only thing I can think is how grateful I am to be blessed with such an amazing supportive family around me, such amazing supportive friends, how I'm blessed enough to do the things that I love. Not everybody's as lucky, guys. Even being able to like take some free time to play some TOONTOWN and enjoy it is a lot better than a lot of people have. But I'm not here to preach to you. I'm here to, I don't know, what am I here to do? Entertain? Want me to dance? Is that what you want me to do? I think now would be a fine time to shout out all the things I need to shout out. If you haven't already, be sure to follow on everything. Whatever things you can follow me on, I don't know. Everything's usually down in the description, so any socials you have that you want to keep up with me on. I post memes on Twitter, do live streams on Twitch, make videos on YouTube, and also sometimes live stream. I make little shorts for TikTok. You can join my Discord to, I don't know, say stuff in Discord every once in a while. Somebody's posting dog pictures. The doggies are so cute. Oh my god. And I think one of the ones that I haven't been shouting out enough that I should would be my archive channel. It's at almost 850 subscribers, and I want to try to get it to 1,000 because at 1,000 I can monetize it, which I know is just money, but also because they're really long form videos, and it's criminal that there's a lot of unmonetized views there that I could be using to help support my family more and keep a roof over my head. But YouTube won't let you monetize until you get to 1,000 subscribers. I have every other check mark. I have enough videos, I have enough watch time. I just need to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed to the archive channel, you should go subscribe to the archive channel, because that's just where I post long form stuff that you can listen to. It's like an hour-long Toonie the Tiger episode, except it's not edited and you can just listen to it in the background. Or you don't even have to watch anything from that channel, just subscribe to it so that I can get to 1,000 subscribers and hit my goal and be like, woohoo! Road to archive at 1,000. Let's go. And then Toonie got 2 more silly strings. He's almost halfway. Come on, Toonie, let's at least get you halfway. Let's go, dude. Let's go. I got 2 level 5s here. They can't hurt you. Look at them. They're puny. They look like Jesse Shell. This dude got a whole like 5 o'clock shadow. He looked like a bird. That was a joke we always made. I don't know why, but Jesse Shell would always say that the juggling animation was made after him. When somebody said that, somebody else that was in the call with us was like, wait, what'd he say? And somebody else went, the bottom feeder. They said that the bottom feeder was modeled off of Jesse Shell. And it looks nothing like him, but we just ran with it. So now like the ongoing joke in my friend group is that we say that the bottom feeder was modeled off of Jesse Shell, which is just not correct whatsoever. But in case you missed any of the recent uploads, I posted one about Roblox where I played Toon Universe on Roblox, and I think that one came out really good, and I want to be able to make more videos of that quality and standard. I just need to have the good ideas. That's all it comes down to. Something unique, something different. And then live streams, I'm always coming up with new ideas for those as well. Hopefully I have another YouTube live stream soon, though I'll probably have one up and done by the time that this has been uploaded. So hopefully after this, we have another one. Fingers crossed that I don't like skimp out on that. And I'll tell you what, Toonie, let's fight like 2 more of these. What do you think? 2 more Toonie? That's what the 2 in Toonie stands for. 2 more cogs. And he didn't even get the silly string from it. I didn't know you could not recover the silly string. We're like, what's that drop rate? And Toonie, what else are you working on? What have you got here? Sellbots, Minglers, and then Lawbots I've just been doing for fun, I guess. He already got 20 of them. I didn't even realize it's been 20. But Toonie completed 2 tasks today. He did did 2 Sellbot field offices, did a whole VP. I don't even remember who the SOS Toon was for the VP. But Toonie accomplished a lot today. Generally the same amount as anyone else would accomplish in about 2 hours of playing the video game. So I'm really proud of you, dude. I think it's time for you to sign off. It's been a wonderful hour of Toonie the Tiger, episode 100. We had some laughs. We had some cries. Definitely had a lot of crying. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it this far into the video, give a little hi Toonie down in the comments section. Let him know that you see him and that you've been watching this whole thing the whole way through. Because if you guys still watch them, I'll still make them, right? Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome. God bless. Peace out. Say bye, Toonie. Bye. Bye. There he is. Oh, you look like John Lennon.